Let's talk about resentment and forgiveness. You may feel resentful because you have childhood trauma, or you haven't forgiven your parents yet for the way you have been brought up, because most likely the parents have brought you up with conditional love. So their love was always conditional. If you didn't do X, Y, or Z, then you didn't get the love you deserved. You might have held on to that your whole life and repeated the patterns that you don't deserve unconditional love. So let's get into that right now. You resent your parents just because you don't know the truth. It's a misperception of the truth, simply because there's nothing to resent and there's nothing to forgive. They say forgiveness is very important, but in fact, there's nothing to forgive. On this channel, we breed conscious creators, okay? We create conscious creators on this channel. That's the channel where this is for. There is no forgiveness because the patterns that you have that have been brought on to you by generations, past generations, generations of generations, all the traumas, all the burdens, you have been programmed with their generational trauma. It has been passed down to you, and you will be the chain breaker if you watch this video. The truth about trauma is that it is not personal. It is never personal. It is just a program. It is just pure darkness. And this pure darkness has infiltrated every single family system in your reality, because this childhood trauma has infected you as a child. And the only reason it has infected you as a child, because your parents have been affected when they were children by their parents. And it was worse for them. So they did the best they could. Also, you can never be a victim of childhood trauma because you chose your family before coming here, before incarnating into this reality. You created them. You created everything. You are not a victim anymore. So essentially there's nothing to forgive because you did it all to yourself. There's nothing to forgive. This causes you to let go of every single burden that has been put on you. There's no one to blame. If you go back into the generations, okay, who started with the trauma bullshit? Okay, who started it? Okay, was it your parents? Okay, and their parents? Okay, but they also had parents and they had parents. So you can go back into infinity and then you can blame the Big Bang for creating trauma and the darkness in the first place. Who's to blame? No one. It's just the darkness you have an issue with. This realm is made out of a perfect balance of darkness and light, which means there is always darkness and there's always light to be balanced. And it's always in perfect harmony because creation is perfect and it's finished. It's complete. If you are a conscious creator, you know you create every single moment and you have created every single circumstance up to this moment. And you will continue to create everything further in this moment. So holding on to an artificial trauma or saying you need to forgive someone, it means that you are disempowering yourself because you think the trauma or whatever happened in the so-called past has more power over you than you creating yourself in the present moment. The now moment is infinitely more powerful than any past projection you have in your head. This is what it means to be a conscious creator. You can recreate yourself as a creator right now in this moment. You don't have to hold on to the past or the traumas, even though you identified with them, as they have been limiting you. It's not true. You can transcend anything in the present moment. You are a blank slate. If you want to go the scientific term, you have neuroplasticity, you have epigenetics, you have placebo effect. The mind influences everything. And the mind is infinitely more powerful. Your will, your intention is infinitely more powerful than any material thing outside or any projection you have brought onto yourself of the past. So this information, this will destroy any institution that's based on trauma, that's based on psychology, because it's just an illusion. If you're truly in line with the present moment, nothing can harm you, because in the now you are clean. You are like a clean baby. You are clean. Nothing is happening in the now, is it? You're just sitting on a chair. You're just sitting watching that tree. The only thing that's happening is sometimes the mind throws up some thoughts and then you choose to identify with them and say, oh, this is my trauma, me, I feel sad, the artificial false self is the ego that needs gratification. You see how this works? There's nothing to forgive because everything is complete. There's nothing to forgive, and you chose it all. There's no one to blame. There's no one to forgive. There's no one to be held accountable. There's only you, and you're dreaming. So this destroys all the institutions. This destroys all the old thinking, the Newtonian thinking. This destroys everything. So that's why we are in a rapid transformation. Institutions like this will collapse, crumble, because the only thing that's powerful is the now moment. It's that simple. No matter what you've been through, you are clean and reborn now. That's actually what religion really messed this up, organized religion. They think, okay, you have to forgive you for your sins. They had half-truths there. Because yes, you have the power to create something entirely new in this moment, which means you are a blank slate and you are forgiven of anything. And anyone is forgiven of anything, any darkness that they have acted out. Anything in this moment. But it doesn't work, does it? Because the ego needs to hold on to the past. And that's what our society is built upon. We hold people accountable for their past, and we don't allow them to be reborn in the present moment, because we don't allow ourselves to be reborn in the present moment by making choices of a higher consciousness. We will always grow and make choices of a higher consciousness if we allow our projections to be that. We don't have to hold on to any trauma. There's no incentive anymore to hold on to trauma. Do you want to be free, or do you want to create more pain for yourself? Then you align yourself with the present moment. That's all. That's all you need to do ever. Ever. You see how simple life becomes? You don't need to go to a psychologist and talk about your imagined past for years and years and hold on to them and embed them even stronger into your neurological patterns, into your mind. You are not the character you have never been. You transcend the character by becoming a conscious creator in the present moment, the observer, the pure consciousness. This information is mind-blowing because it will destroy any egoic structures that are still present in your reality. They are not present in my reality anymore. Never. No. I can still create them if I wish, but I have no need. I am healthy and I am aligned to the present moment, and I have healed myself of many things, because of this. Because this is the path to freedom. There's nothing outside. There's no institutions that's gonna save you. There's no Jesus that's gonna save you. It's all within. The kingdom is within. I couldn't care less about religion. It's all a limited mind construct anyway. Externalizing your power to what? To the Pope in the Vatican? Come on. The God is within you. The Jesus is within you. The Krishna is within you. The Buddha is within you. I've been called the blonde Buddha. I actually like that name. In a comment. It was funny, yes. All you need to know is that you are everything. And nothing needs to be forgiven. No trauma, no. This is also, I've made a video about the 4D. I have levels of consciousness that you can go through. This is being stuck in the mind yet again. In the personalized, individualized trauma constructs. Oh, and every ascended master and alien is also within you. You create them in your outer reality and within. And you can channel anyone and anything. You can channel anyone. You can channel any entity and connect with them. You can channel any family member also. Yes, you're never alone.